G'day guys, thanks for visiting Richard's Corner. My name is Richard and today I've got a little haul reveal video with items found from my friends over at Value Village here in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Now if it's your first time visiting Richard's Corner, the idea of my channel is thrifty collecting, trying to show you how much you can save by collecting the thrifty way. So I usually try to find my favorite toys, books, video games, and movies at far below retail by going to my favorite thrifty outlets, whether they're online or in thrift stores, value villages, Dollaramas, clearance aisles, wherever I can find a great deal. I will try to share those hauls with you and try to show you pricing online to sort of show you, yeah, how much you can really save if you sort of do the hunt. And that's what I love to do. It is my love of hunting for little treasures, and today I've got some really nice goodness in this package. I paid $2.99 again from my friends over at Value Village, and it looks like one of the things that sort of really drew me is this interesting Batman, but it looks like there's another Batman with a really cool yellow cape underneath there. That's kind of cool. And I got some interesting figures. I think I have a Megatron from the Michael Bay movies, and yeah, a few other things. So it's a little bit obscure. Like, I've never seen Batmans in these color schemes before, so I'm really excited. And I know just last video I revealed two Batmans, Brave and the Bold and another Batman Begins figure. So it's kind of funny that I've got another haul reveal with more Batmans. But hey, you can never have too much of that. Again, it is Richard from Richard's Corner here. Thank you so much for signing in and checking out today's haul. Let's see everything on the tabletop, take a closer look online, and show you just how far ahead I got with this particular haul. So as you can see here, we have everything laid out. Now we've got 6 pieces, and it looks like I'm only probably going to keep 4 of them, the figures standing in the background. Before I get into my per keeper price, I just want to sort of go into the little items that I'm probably not going to keep. This little guy is a little obscure. I have no idea if I've got him upside down or not. I don't know if it's a complete figure or what it is. It's just kind of like this random piece. I like the futuristic look of it. I love the lines on it, but I really can't place it, nor can I find anything distinguishing about it being some sort of pop culture-y animated show, what have you, right? So unfortunately, this is not going to stay within the haul today. But this Hummer, although I'm not going to keep it for myself, I think my youngest would enjoy this because it actually has a really cool retractable. It's very loud. Sorry. But it has a somewhat retractable winch. And because my youngest here is really into dinosaurs, especially Jurassic Park and Jurassic World, he quite often imagines some of these kinds of vehicles as service vehicles to either catch dinosaurs or to hunt them or to escape from them if he's playing an escape. So I might actually just put this aside for him to check out later. So as you can see, the remaining guys are 4 action figures. I paid a whole $2.99 for the entire haul, but 4 of them I'm going to be keeping. That works out to be about 75 cents a figure. Now again, if it is your first time here, the keeper price is significant because as I go through this haul, you'll sort of see on eBay anyway, some of the active listings that are currently on for some of these items, that I'm walking away way ahead purchasing these at Value Village in a thrifty way versus going online and resorting to having to go to vendors to try to pick some of these really cool items up. I'm going to start with the Transformers, and then I'm going to end off with the Batman figures as I did last haul. I'm going to link that up above, just so it is complete coincidence that I have more Batmans to show you guys. But I am going to start with this odd looking Kai. Now I don't know why poor Starscream looks like this. But this is Starscream from 2010 Transformers motion picture, Michael Bay movie, and this is a McDonald's Happy Meal toy. It is very unusual to me because he is just so oddly proportioned. I mean, even for a figure, I mean, he's got this really odd chest and really like just over proportioned upper body and then really tiny legs. You know, it's almost like a bodybuilder that doesn't work out his legs. I mean, you know, he skipped leg day. But sorry, if you go to the gym, you sort of understand that. But yeah, like this is just a really strange 2010 figure from McDonald's. It came as is, and it has some clicking action on the back. Here's a Decepticon symbol on the back, and if you pull this lever down, it pops, and I'm not sure if it's supposed to light something up or if it's supposed to launch something out of his back or what. But it's almost as if he's sort of in mid transforming, you know, like, and it's just a very unusual figure. But nonetheless, it's Transformer, so I'm quite into it. And one redeeming quality of it is just the amount of detail in the mold. I mean, if you can just sort of, I'm glad the lighting catches this, because there is a lot of embellishment to stress the I guess the new vision that Michael Bay had for the Transformers, trying to make them quote-unquote realistic, trying to show them as a true robot with many moving parts that make it possible for them to transform, versus animated frames that sort of simplify the whole process. For me, I'm a big fan of the Generation 1 originals, so rethinking them this way wasn't completely a fail or anything like that. It was just very different, and something to get a little bit used to when you're very, very much into the Generation 1. Nonetheless, Starscream does look pretty cool. The paint scheme is a little bit more simplistic, but the embellishments itself is kind of a saving grace. I love the really nice reflective eyes and the nice copper embellishments here, nice shiny chest plate. But again, it is in just a very unusual proportion. But nonetheless, it is 2010 Starscream from the Transformers motion picture McDonald's Happy Meal toy line. Not bad. And what is Starscream without the commander of the Decepticons himself, Megatron? This is again from 2010, again celebrating the Michael Bay Transformers movie, again from McDonald's Happy Meal. Look at this guy. He is so fierce compared to Starscream. I like the proportions on this much better. I mean, that looks more like a regular person than this, or a regular robot. It's unusual. It's an unusual choice to make Starscream the way he looks versus Megatron how he looks here. This one may be damaged, or maybe just simply missing its projectile. There seems to be a release button over on the side here, and I'm not sure what it does. It doesn't click or anything like that. I can move the mandible claws here back and forth, but it doesn't retract or anything by itself. Maybe the original toy, or sorry, a toy in better condition would, maybe that's its release, it would go, you know, like pop out like Wolverine kind of thing. But as it is, it's still a very decent display figure. I love the inking inside here to really bring out the embellishments that are molded in his torso, and I love how the light reflects that extra detail. Those are the treads as he transforms into some sort of a war vehicle, right, from the movie. Again, the mold is very, very detailed. Lots of extra embellishments here. Even though the paint scheme is mostly plain overall, they did decide to put a little bit of work in the face. A little bit sloppy in the painting here, but that's just nitpicky. Again, the inking here really is saving grace there to sort of really show off the embellishments. And I love the shiny treads amongst the very complicated armor. Very neat. So again, a 2010 Transformers figure. Again, this is Megatron, and that's from the McDonald's Happy Meal line, celebrating Michael Bay's revisioning of the Transformers. Not bad. Now, getting into the Batman figures here, I don't have any information about this orange and green figure. It seems to have a mold very similar to a line of Batman figures called The Adventures of Batman and Robin. Not only was it an action figure line from 1995, it was also a video game on the Super Nintendo and Genesis. In fact, I actually owned that game at one point, and it was basically a side-scrolling button masher, A and B, simple controls to jump and punch, and the punches and kicks were automatic, and you just basically had to jump and dodge and solve little puzzles and try to go from the start to the finish of every level to try to you know, save the day. But the Adventures of Batman and Robin also was an animated series, and there were many suits for Batman. So this orange and green suit was very hard to place. There's an orange suit that's strictly like a lava scuba suit. It was very unusual, but I haven't been able to see on Pinterest, on eBay, on Amazon, on Google, a specific orange and green suit. I'm not sure if it's a space suit. I don't know if it's I have no idea. If you have any information about this particular Batman, please leave me a comment below. I would really appreciate it. The more hauls I do, the more obscure figures I find, and sometimes after all my digging I still can't determine who it is. So if you, my viewers, happen to know who this is or which Batman this is, please let me know. Nonetheless, it is a very cool figure. I'm going to pull out my ruler here and measure it to be about just under 5 inches tall, I think. And again, I've dated it on the back here as a 1995-1996 figure, so very old. So it's about 12 years old at the very least, and really nice condition. It doesn't have any accessories. It came in as is, and I love just this really unusual paint scheme. This limey neon green, and then this bright orange and black contrasting kind of suit. Very cool. I love the lines on him. I love the muscular detail. He's got simple articulation in the head, in the shoulders, not in the waist, but in the legs that are individually articulated. Nothing in the knees or in the ankles. Nonetheless, very cool figure. 1996 Batman figure, maybe from the Adventures of Batman and Robin, maybe from another series. Again, my viewers, if you happen to know who this might be, please let me know. I would love to know. Now, this really uniquely designed Batman. It really, I didn't even realize how yellow the cape was on the inside. I just sort of saw the back of it and recognized him obviously as Batman. But look at this awesome camo style yellow cape underneath the black on the one side. That is amazing. And this is, although plastic capes I'm not necessarily a fan of as a first choice, this really makes it a very dynamic pose for Batman. The only minus about this figure is that it's very unusually weighted. Although I can stand it, it's in a very odd sort of straddled stance, and his hands are in a very unusual position. Now, after a little bit of digging, I found that this is actually Batman from the Batman animated series, and this is actually the Garden of Evil Batman. Now, the Garden of Evil, the only wiki information I could find on it was from an episode of Justice League Action, where Swamp Thing, another DC hero, happens to have a blind date and meets up with Poison Ivy, who manages to take control of Swamp Thing, and basically Batman works on an antidote to try to free Swamp Thing from Poison Ivy's control. Though many of the other Justice League characters come into play, I don't know if he actually necessarily dressed in this color scheme. Regardless of that, I do find a lot of listings on eBay. This is a 2002 Hasbro figure, again from the Batman animated series, and it is green camo Garden of Evil Batman. Now, the low-end pricing is actually this figure loose as is, but the high-end pricing is actually for it within an action figure set that also contains Robin and Poison Ivy. So a very cool box as well from the picture, and so I'm really impressed by this. I have never seen this in stores, so it's very obscure for me in Winnipeg, but very awesome figure. Again, like, I love the cape, like it's a plastic cape, and this almost makes me love plastic capes because this particular mold looks so cool, and it is asymmetrically balanced, so it goes off to one side versus it just sort of hanging back straight down. So that's really cool. That adds a little bit of motion to him even though he's standing still, but again, he is in an unusual stance. Like, you can sort of see his arms aren't just sort of going straight like this orange Batman. He kind of looks like he's about to hold something or should be holding something. So it's an unusual stance, and it also makes it very unusual to sort of stand him up. If you find the right balance for him, it's fine. But when you first get it and you take it out of the box and want to play with it, it's really hard to actually get him to stand up, especially with the cape. But the cape is loose enough for you to sort of hold it thusly and get it out of the way so that you can position his legs just right and have him balanced there. So but anyway, I'm very enamored by this. I've just never seen a Batman like this. The color scheme is really cool. I think it's very effective. Minimalistic lines for the muscle tone, and there is again 5-point articulation in the head, in each of the arms, and in the feet. Actually, the 6-point articulation, because the waist also has that articulation. See, there it is. I've sort of twisted it out of its perfect alignment, and now it won't stand. So I guess that's the only minus on this, but there it is. But it is a very, very unique figure and a really, really cool way to end this haul today. Again, it is from 2002. It is Batman from the Garden of Evil from the Batman animated series. Really, really awesome. I'm Batman. So this is Richard from Richard's Corner signing off for now, and I hope you enjoyed this short but sweet haul reveal with items found from my friends over the Value Village here in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. 2 days in a row that I've actually hauled some really cool Batman figures, and it really begs me to sort of maybe start doing some highlight collection videos and go through some of my Richard's Corner collection and sort of just show you the wealth of stuff that I've accumulated throughout my journey here on YouTube. So stay tuned for that, and please, if you do remember the shopping haul that I'm going to link up one more time up there, I did have 3 parts to my shopping haul. I revealed the Hulkbuster that almost a week ago now. I also revealed the nice little baby Groot that I've got in the background, and I still have one huge bag from my friends at Winners here in Winnipeg that I still have to reveal to you. So please stay tuned for that. I'm just giving you that teaser so that you will hopefully come back for more. Again, it is Richard from Richard's Corner signing off for now. I'm going to wish you happy hunting and happy collecting, and I hope that all of your finds, thrifty or otherwise, are equally awesome. If you haven't already, please hit like and subscribe so that you stay in touch with Richard's Corner and you'll know what is new and happening here on this channel. And as well, please hit that little bell icon so you're instantly notified when something new has been uploaded. Again, your likes, your subs, your comments, your love and support for Richard's Corner is so appreciated. It never goes unnoticed, and I so appreciate it. I'm really touched and honored and privileged to be here to share this YouTube journey with you and to share my own love for hunting for awesome treasures in the most unlikely places. So again, it is Richard from Richard's Corner signing off for now. Please stay tuned for more, and of course, we'll see you next time. Thanks again for visiting Richard's Corner.